Welcome to a deep dive exploring how mobile games hook, reward, and sometimes, well, manipulate us. Today, we're dissecting one of the biggest debates in gaming. Is mobile game monetization truly rewarding, or is it just cleverly disguised manipulation? We're going to unpack the design behind these systems and what they really mean for you, the player.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here is how intentional the design is. It's not accidental. We'll break down the major monetization models, dive into the subtle psychology engineered into them, and we'll ground it all in what's popular right now in the USA, looking at games that maybe get it right and those that might be pushing things a bit too far. This is really about understanding the invisible levers, underneath your favorite games.
Okay, so to really get into this debate, we first need to understand the tools, the arsenal mobile games use. So what are the main ways games are monetizing today? I'm thinking like in-app purchases, ads, passes.
Yeah.
How does it all work?
Right. Well, broadly, you've got in-app purchases, IAPs. That's for things like coins, gems, cosmetic skins. That's where most of the revenue comes from, typically.
Okay. Then there are ads, especially rewarded ads. Watch a video, get some in-game currency. You're basically trading attention for progress.
Right. I see those everywhere.
Yeah, they're huge. And battle passes or subscriptions like seasonal content passes are also really big now. And then, of course, there's the unpredictable stuff, loot boxes and gotcha mechanics.
Ah, the random chance element.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Essentially, digital slot machines where you spend currency, real or virtual, for a random shot at rare items. Now, connecting this to the bigger picture, these systems, they aren't inherently bad, right? They can help developers keep free games running.
Sure, that makes sense.
But misuse, that can definitely exploit players. Look at the top US games now. You have hyper-casual hits like Block Blast. They rely heavily on rewarded ads. While puzzle giants, think Royal Match or Candy Crush Saga, they cleverly use optional boosters and passes, especially when the difficulty ramps up.
Kind of nudging you towards paying. Sort of. And even games like Roblox, super popular, they thrive on premium currency for customizing your avatar, your world. City builders like Township often have these really deep IAP stores to speed things up. It's a very varied landscape out there.
That's fascinating. But the real sophistication, and maybe where the ethical lines get blurry, isn't just what they sell, but how they influence us, right? What about the psychological triggers, the hidden stuff?
That's the core of it, really. How do they actually work on our brains? Think about dopamine loops, that little chemical reward buzz.
Yeah.
Games trigger that with fast, often unpredictable rewards, daily logins, small wins, it keeps you coming back. Or loss aversion, we naturally hate losing things we feel we own or have invested time in.
Okay.
So games might threaten to take away progress or make you feel like you'll lose out unless you spend a little money.
The pressure buy.
Exactly. And then there's FOMO, fear of missing out. Those limited time skin offers, events about to expire, that taps right into FOMO.
Right, creates urgency.
Definitely. And the variable reward schedules in loot boxes. That unpredictability is just like a slot machine. It's incredibly compelling, even addictive for some. These mechanics aren't just about engagement. They're often engineered to create compulsion.
Wow. That is, yeah, a bit unsettling when you put it like that. But is it all exploitative? I mean, you see games like Fortnite or League of Legends, Wild Rift, huge moneymakers, but they mostly sell cosmetics, stuff that doesn't affect gameplay power. And Alto's Adventure, beloved game, just a one-time purchase, no ads, no IAPs. Do examples like these actually change anything, or is the temptation to push harder just too strong for most devs?
It's a critical question. And yes, ethical monetization absolutely builds trust. Those examples prove players will support games that treat them fairly. Long-term loyalty.
So there is a better way.
There is. However, the dark side is very real and arguably more common sometimes. Look at Diablo Immortal. It got slammed, and rightly so. People calculated it could take like over $100,000 to fully max out a character.
Seriously.
That much. Yeah. It wasn't just expensive, it was the system. Designed around scarcity, predatory progression, basically locking high-end play behind massive spending, financial gatekeeping, and Candy Crush. It ramps up difficulty, limits your lives, and then conveniently sells you the solution. Extra moves, boosters.
Yeah, that difficulty spike feels engineered sometimes.
It often is. And some hyper-casual games just bombard you with ads, even if you tap no thanks, making the experience miserable unless you pay to remove them. These aren't accidents. They're systems meticulously engineered to exploit our psychology for profit.
It sounds like this isn't going unnoticed, though. Are governments and players actually pushing back?
Oh, definitely. The scrutiny is increasing. Governments are paying attention. Belgium and the Netherlands actually banned certain types of loot boxes. China has put limits on playtime for minors. The UK is seriously considering putting loot boxes under gambling laws.
Interesting. So real regulatory movement.
Yes. And even the platforms, Apple and Google, now make developers show the odds for randomized items. Transparency is being forced. Players are also getting louder. Praising fair games in reviews, sure, but also organizing backlash on social media against pay-to-win schemes.
Okay, so things are shifting. Looking ahead then, what's the takeaway? Where is mobile game monetization heading?
I think we'll see more hybrid models, combinations of ads, battle passes, maybe more personalized offers, but crucially, expect more scrutiny. From regulators, from watchdogs, and from players themselves. Gamers are getting savvier. Developers are, hopefully, realizing that long-term loyalty and fairness might actually pay off more than short-term aggressive monetization. It's not going away, but how it's done is definitely evolving.
So let's circle back to the big question. Is mobile game monetization rewarding or manipulative?
Honestly, it really can be both. It exists on a spectrum. When it's done ethically, it supports amazing free-to-play experiences, it gives players real choices, and it respects their time and intelligence. But when it's abused, yeah, it becomes a trap. A system using brain science to take advantage of the very people it's supposed to entertain.
So as players, we really need to be aware of these dynamics playing out.
Absolutely.
And for developers, there's a clear responsibility to aim higher, to build games people genuinely love, not just games they feel pressured to pay for. Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. How can we, as individual players, get better at spotting when a game crosses that line from engaging fun to something exploitative? And what role do we play in pushing the whole industry towards fairer design?